This is exactly right.
This episode is supported by FX's The Shards, a seductive drama from executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Set in 1980s Los Angeles, the series follows a group of glamorous, deeply entangled high school seniors drawn into a life of wealth, beauty, parties, and excess.
At its center is Brett, whose reality begins to unravel when the arrival of a new student coincides with a series of mysterious murders. FX's The Shards, now streaming on Hulu.
Goodbye.
Hey everybody, here's the thing about other home security systems. They're all designed for after the window breaks, after someone's inside, after you get the notification, after the police come. SimpliSafe is the first system designed for before, stopping a break-in before it even begins.
That's right. Unlike traditional security systems that only alert you after a break-in is already underway, SimpliSafe is designed to help prevent the crime before it starts. Their cameras can detect suspicious activity at the perimeter and alert live U.S.-based agents. Then SimpliSafe's agents assess the threat, intervene, speak through the camera to scare off the intruders, and call for 911 dispatch.
That's right, and SimpliSafe has been protecting your world for 20 years, everybody. So celebrate their anniversary and save 60% on your new SimpliSafe system at simplisafe.com/stuff. That's 60% off, you guys, at simplisafe.com/stuff. Plus, when you order, write in our show name and the How Did You Hear About Us survey to let them know that we sent you. Don't forget, there's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Get into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event and get away with a deal so right, it almost feels wrong.
Right now, you can get great deals on Hyundai's most popular models,
including the adventure-ready SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe or Santa Fe Hybrid and the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid.
Plus, there's the bold and stylish Elantra loaded with the latest tech.
Or go all-electric with the Ioniq 5 or the Ioniq 9.
So get down to your local Hyundai dealer and get away with a deal you'll love during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Visit HyundaiUSA.com for details.
Goodbye. Hello
and welcome
to Rewind with Karen and Georgia.
That's right, it is Wednesday, and that means only one thing.
That means we're going to recap our old shows with all new commentary, updates, and insights.
And today we're going to recap episode 50, which was originally entitled the Golden Anniversary episode.
I love that. That means we've been doing Rewind for a year.
Yeah, that's right. So this episode came out on January 5th, 2017.
So let's get into the intro of episode 50. Yay!
Are you? Get it out now.
Are you? Oh, they're not supposed to know about your pre-show cry.
Hello, everybody. Are we recording?
I wish you guys knew what a nightmare it was from when Karen got here in my apartment until we started recording.
I just asked for an 8-minute sob before we start, just to get it out.
Yeah.
It's better.
Is it?
For me.
This is my favorite murder.
That's right.
That's Karen.
That's Georgia.
Let's start over.
There's nothing worse than when we do it correctly. I feel like it feels terrible to do it right.
Well, this isn't that kind of podcast. Like, this isn't that. This isn't. There's no second takes.
Although I have to say, I would love if Steven could ever get his act together for a little bit of, just a little bit of intro music.
Can we please?
Fun? Yeah. Wouldn't it be fun?
Just play like your theme song like out loud in the apartment.
Yeah, or yes, you could do that. Or if you got a keyboard, throw it over to the bossa nova rhythm.
Yeah,
samba setting.
Yeah,
get us pumped.
Get us just a little like talking intro music,
like loud enough that it's over the crying, over Karen's sobbing, so that like I can ignore it.
I wind the sobbing out slowly, and you intro
and that way I don't accidentally introduce a different podcast.
That's a good idea. Well, I mean, or whatever comes out. What if we just have it as the whatever comes out allowance?
That reminds me.
Oh,
what are we going to call our tour?
So we have a tour.
We don't, but I think it'd be funny to have just a bunch of ideas of names and like never settle on one.
Okay, well then my first idea is Monsters of Rock. What's your first idea?
The F word murder mystery tour.
Great. Then we have to fucking give a cut to someone's dad, whoever made up that name.
You're real
let's
angry
see.
this episode.
We could also do, it's just we could call ourselves the Gin Blossoms. And all of mine are band jokes. It's not good.
Should we do? No. I guess we don't need one.
I mean,
we're
it's
gonna have a
not
sign behind us
No.
if we like at the show.
Nope. Who's gonna make it?
Not
Who's gonna
it.
hang
1, 2,
it?
3.
Who's gonna hang
Who's
it?
gonna hang it or make it? Steven just raised
All
his hand.
Steven.
Oh my! We're gonna keep piling shit on you that you have to fucking do.
What if we call it Steven's Piles Tour? The Piles of Steven.
What's that mean?
It's just piles of shit he has to do tour.
Oh, I get it. It's called
I like that you immediately lost track of what was happening.
Piles, but like I was thinking like Gomer Piles. So I was thinking calling Steven Piles, like Gomer Piles.
Oh, yeah, no. No.
Great.
What if we cancel the tour? Because this is such a problem. It can't be solved.
Cool.
What if we call it the dry shampoo tour? Because I swear to God, I planned on bathing before I came here. But I didn't. I was doing other stuff.
This is a safe place to not bathe.
Oh my God, but the amount of dry shampoo I've started depending on lately. Do you use it too?
Yes, and your hair looks full, and it looks like you look like a mod, like a mod model.
Ooh.
Like it's full and bouncy, and I fucking love it.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
It's great.
I'm going to start doing that then. I also think I might need more layers. We should not be.
I love it. I love your hair right now.
Thanks.
So, you guys loved the year-end Guy Brenham spectacular episode.
Yes, thanks for all your positive feedback on that.
Yeah.
We're gonna definitely have him back on.
I don't love that it was one of your favorites because I'm sorry, what have we been doing this fucking 50 episodes?
Hey, look, we get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get it.
We get it. You like when there's someone else talking to
Anyone
us.
else.
Anyone else who has correct information.
Look, fine.
We'll do it. Then we'll fine. We'll be fucking smart.
Okay.
And we'll do it.
Watch this. Watch how much you don't enjoy this.
I'm going to name every state and every Roman numeral right now.
I can kick off a corrections corner by saying yes. The Sandra Bullock movie is 2 weeks notice. And yes, I said it was called 6 weeks notice while claiming to be her number one fan.
2 weeks is not enough.
I feel like 6 weeks, I feel like is the legal amount.
I'm sorry. 6 weeks, like, I'm sorry. 2 weeks is like me getting fired from being a secretary. You know what I mean? Like, but 6 weeks is like when you're a fucking lawyer, like Sandra Bullock was.
You're a professional. Thank you.
Right? Was she? Is that right?
She was.
Fuck.
She was a lawyer.
Don't even know that.
Very good. I just felt like the movie took so long. It couldn't have been 2 weeks when she gave it.
Do you really like that movie? Like legitimately?
Oh,
Or
yes.
you
I'll
just,
watch it every time.
I know you will, but like, is it like it's a bad movie watch?
Nope. It's not a bad movie. Hugh Grant and Sandra Bullock are equal parts. He's the British version. They're the equal person of themselves. They're the mirror reflection of each other. They're like riffy yet real, and they're kind of like mumbly bumbly, but
so they're playing
very
brother
attractive.
and sister in this episode.
No, they're attracted to each other.
Yeah, but they're playing brother and sister.
But which is the part I like. It's a real Game of Thrones situation. And yet there's a corporate element to it, which I also love.
It just bums me out. Like I see movies like that and I'm like, oh, what if you had to fucking live your life by working in an office every fucking day?
You know, the part that I love in that movie, and there's details like this that always stick out to me. You can tell when either the person that wrote the movie or Sandra Bullock herself, there's a part where she orders Chinese food.
You're like, this isn't how.
It's just not how people like the idea is that she's going to totally binge on Chinese food, but it's way too much Chinese food.
Yeah.
Like you already get a ton of Chinese food when you just get 4 or 5 things.
Like we know, here's what you get. You get a poultry and you get maybe get a shrimp and then you get a noodle or a rice.
Yes.
And like maybe some like egg rolls because you want a crunchy thing.
Yes. That's the first thing that you need. But yeah, four things entree and maybe you're going to add the 5th.
Yeah.
In this thing, she sits on that phone and she just keeps ordering dishes. And it's now I believe that you've never eaten anything besides like an apple and a cup of yogurt. Because You've never allowed yourself to have Chinese
That's
food.
a scene in it. Like, here's how bum she is. I'm pregnant. Is that
It's
a thing?
a little bit. It's no, but it's just her thing. It's like to show that she's down to
normal.
earth.
It's one of those things where it's like, and people tweet this all the time, like, I ordered Chinese and it was just for me and they brought 8 utensils because that's how much I ordered. Like, I'm such a pig. I'm cute, you know? And you're like, fucking shut up. Like, there's this amazing Instagram that I'm obsessed with and I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's basically called You Didn't Eat That. And it's these photos of models and like actresses that are like opening their mouth and putting a food thing near it and taking a photo of it. But like, you didn't eat that.
That's right.
And everyone knows.
It's always a carb. Like it's always like, look at how
burger.
I'm going to dance with this bowl of spaghetti.
Yeah.
But you've never actually had that in your mouth.
I'm going to dance with this bowl of spaghetti. Oh my God. If you had to take a bath in one food product, what would it be? Because a bowl of spaghetti sounds great.
Yeah, I think spaghetti and Parmesan cheese mixed together.
With olive oil.
And you just slip right into that.
Dude, that sounds... What is wrong with you? That sounds so nice, doesn't it?
That sounds so relaxing.
Oh, you just...
After giving your 6 weeks notice, you just get into that bathtub.
Maybe order some Chinese. DoorDash some Chinese.
Postmates it straight into the bathroom.
We're not, this isn't a commercial, by the way.
Oh, no.
You didn't slip into a commercial.
Nope, not at all. Oh, we also need music before the commercials because the commercials are becoming so chatty.
It's not fair.
You can't tell. We're not trying to do that.
We're not. Like, this isn't, you guys know that we don't know anything about like editing and fucking engineering.
And being sneaky.
And like talking about states.
Clearly. Here's the other mistake I made.
Okay.
When we were talking with Guy about legal shit and we were talking about the murder of Harvey Milk, I had to pipe up and say, and I think you said something like, yeah, he was murdered by his coworker and another politician. And I said, that's right, Dan Brown. The person that murdered Harvey Milk was Dan White. Dan Brown is the international best-selling author of The Da Vinci Code, and he absolutely did not kill Harvey Milk.
Karen starting rumors is my favorite new corner.
This is the gossip corner now. Did you know?
But did Guy or Georgia, myself, correct you?
Not a beat.
Nope.
No one even heard it.
Because here's the thing. We're allowed to say whatever the fuck we want. This is our podcast. If you want a factual podcast, go to What You Missed in Facts.
You know what?
History.
We're at the cutting edge because like this whole thing of like there is no reality anymore.
Oh my God.
We've been doing that since last year.
This isn't happening. You know that. I also feel it's funny that I get fucking everything wrong, but you're the one who has corrections corner. So clearly I'm just like, I don't care.
I don't care.
Oh, if you're a bitch enough to fucking tell me what I got wrong, then that sucks. But I also think it's hilarious to get when we get shit wrong.
I do too. There's people though, I accidentally stumbled on this email and I can't remember. I was trying to find, do you ever do that thing where you start an email and then you have to go check something else? This happens to me on my phone all the time. I start to write an email and then I have to go check and see, I'm like giving the person I'm writing it to someone else's email. And I want to double check to make sure I don't give them the wrong email.
Yeah.
So I leave the email. So I hit save draft, but then I can't find it in my drafts folder. It's not there. Then I'm like, did I send that email?
Oh my God.
And then I'm like, and then what if I go back in, I start it again and then resend another email?
So scared I fucking punched my microphone in the face.
This is something that I actually went through recently.
Do you do that?
I mean, I have done it once before where now I'm scared to death. That it's that idea of, is it in drafts or did you just send it?
It saves it itself so you can just close it. Here, this is like...
But sometimes my phone doesn't update quick enough. So it's like, it just updated, but it really didn't.
Do you know what I do, which could be a mistake, is I start to type in their email address in the email I'm writing. And it comes up.
Oh, like you're going to CC them.
Like you're CCing them, but then don't forget to be like, oh yeah, that cunt, here's her email. And then you you find it by CCing them and then you're like, oh shit.
That'd be the best. You're talking shit about a person that you're also giving their email to the person you're talking to.
Yeah, but you shouldn't hire her on anything, but she's a stupid
But anyway, get a hold of her anyway.
She's going to fuck everyone on that crew.
Wait, why was I even citing that example?
Mistakes made. It's called My Life.
What was it? There was a reason I was saying that, Stephen. What was the reason?
Stephen, rewind.
6 weeks notice.
No, that wasn't it, Stephen. You're too far back.
Put that microphone down. Put the phone
just
down.
On a phone. What if Stephen's on like a payphone in the corner?
Steven, get off.
Oh, Jesus. Microphones are going everywhere today. Steven, can you get some better fucking props? What are these props? Well, I'm moving. And so this is about
that's
to,
exciting.
I'll be like, I'm kind of sad. This is our like setup. We need we need
I
a
won't be
video
sad
of
when
this.
it's like March and you have full AC.
People like in other parts of the country are like, March is cold. Nope.
No, not here in fucking
Where are we?
global warming town where
We
it's
are
85 always.
We're gonna have an episode live from the pool I'm going to fucking be living near.
Nice.
We're gonna play tennis and record at the same time.
Not me.
No, we're gonna have. I don't know how to play tennis. We're gonna sit on hardwood floor.
Yes.
Everything about I can't. So yeah, we'll let you know. But we need a photo of like this. If Vince comes home drunk, we'll have him take a photo of us right here.
The day that I haven't bathed.
You look great. You're out of your GD mind. You had one more corner.
Oh, it was the thing that happened over Christmas, my good story that I didn't tell you the whole thing of.
Oh.
So at my Aunt Jo's house, now my family knows that I have a podcast about murder. Mm-hmm. Many are excited about it. Some don't like it and told me right to my face, which is fun.
Fuck yourself.
But my lovely Aunt Jo said, well, wait, did you know that Marty had a hand in the arrest of the Night Stalker? My cousin Martin, the oldest of all the cousins.
I'm sorry.
Who is a San Francisco policeman.
Fucker.
Fireman.
Oh.
Who was a cop in San Francisco for many years. He's now retired. He had just started. He was like just on the force. He was basically a beat cop. And there was a burglary in the marina. And so they went in and while they were looking at the place that had been burgled, they found a set of fingerprints. And so they called the forensic team, whatever it's called. He told me this story on the phone, actually, because I was texting him of like, how could you never have told me this?
What in the fucking fuck?
And he was like, we never talk. You're the most, you're always in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Stop using me for crime. And then I was like, too bad. Tell me the story.
I'm sorry. You've been boring the whole time I've known you. Now suddenly you're interesting.
No, all my cousins are fun. But he tells me, so they find a fingerprint on the windowsill. They call the team to come and get it. And then that fingerprint leads to the identification of Richard Ramirez.
Dude.
Because so you know how he started in LA, then he went up to San Francisco, then he went back down to LA.
Okay.
So when he was in San Francisco, that fingerprint basically helped identify him.
Holy shit.
And my cousin Marty was one of the two cops
They
that were
had
there.
that technology then where they could like send fingerprints to places.
I guess so.
I mean,
It was like the late 90s. It was the late 80s.
yeah.
I think it was 89.
Like fax machines were in their prime.
They faxed over the request.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. That's so cool.
It was super exciting to me. And I go, why didn't you ever tell me this? And he goes, no one's ever asked me about this. Or
You need to write a
people
book.
talked about it. Yeah, that's what I said. And the interesting thing he said was that in that break-in, Richard Ramirez stole a couple things from this, the marina is like super nice part of San Francisco. There was a girl sleeping downstairs and he didn't know.
Thank fucking God.
And he didn't go downstairs. If he had gone downstairs, she would be dead. And also,
Those are my favorite stories.
I know she never even knew he was there. So she was like the luckiest. And also, while Richard Ramirez was in San Francisco, there was my cousin Marty's daughter. Kathleen told me this because she said she's always been scared to pull her car into a garage.
Yes,
she
where you have to walk out of it.
She's like, anytime there's a garage, I immediately turn off the engine, but immediately close the door.
Well, they have those garages that don't have doors where you have to pull into them and then walk back out the garage door. And those are very scary.
Very scary. So she's like super paranoid of anything similar to that because when Richard Ramirez was in San Francisco, there was a woman who got out of her car and he was standing in the front of the garage thing and he shot her and the bullet was deflected by her keys.
Oh my God.
And she survived.
Last night, a keychain saved my life. Come on now. Don't.
No, you don't.
Elvis just stopped touching me when I said that. 'cause
Elvis
it
was like,
that's
"How
the stupidest
dare you?
thing you've ever
How
said,
dare
Mom."
So anyway, that was Christmas night. I got to hear all these stories, and it made me so proud to be a Kilgariff. It was exciting.
I'm proud of you. Is his last name Kilgariff?
Yeah,
That's fucking awesome, dude.
Marty Kilgariff. Then my cousin,
Marty.
and then Mike is a Sheriff Kilgariff.
Sheriff Kilgariff.
Yeah, that's real.
Oh my God. My brother was an usher at a movie theater when he was in high school. And so he was Asher the Usher.
Asher the Usher. See, dreams come true.
Oh, everything's fine. Everything's going to be okay in 2017. Well, my second cousin wrote Pink Cadillac. So there we go.
The Bruce Springsteen song?
Yeah. Is it? Yeah.
Pink Cadillac.
Yeah. He wrote that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. He's in the Bay Area too.
It's very
twins.
cool.
What if we're twins?
Well, thanks for tuning in. This is called Family Victories with Karen and Georgia.
This is called We're Not Losers. We have family who are successful.
Someone's doing something.
MyFavoriteMurder.com has all the, well, this isn't the end of the show, but
No.
you know, we're about to get into some heavy fucking shit.
Right.
So, I don't know.
So yeah, so take this information with you. There's
go
a
buy a
website.
shirt.
We have a website.
Is there anything? I feel like I should do something where I write stuff down when I think of it throughout the week.
Yeah.
And then talk to you about it.
Like make a list.
Yep.
Sure.
Write it out.
Before we get started with the murders, just happy 50th episode.
Oh my God.
Steven! Is this it?
Yeah, this is episode 50.
Oh my God. Thank God for Steven.
You mentioned it earlier, and I was like, and then just like passed by, and I was like, wait, really? No
Well,
mention
I
of it?
was like, that can't be right.
Yeah, this is episode 50.
But you're hired. Holy
good.
shit.
Isn't that great? And then the first episode, I think, aired
January 15th.
Yeah.
I found the
Wow.
very first Instagram account or Instagram photo on my Instagram that says like, "Hey, Karen and I started a podcast. Maybe I'm gonna listen to it." I'm gonna post it on the 15th. But
That's crazy. It's been almost a full year.
holy shit.
And 50 episodes.
Yeah, 50 episodes.
That means our
Wow.
live show at the Orpheum is gonna be like, it's the 17th? Someone needs to know that.
It's the 20th.
MyFavoriteMurder.com.
Yeah. Go ahead and visit that website.
Oh my God, it's our 50th.
Isn't it the 28th or the 24th?
No, it's
Steven.
This is why we hired you.
This is the market.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Congratulations to you too.
Thank you.
I feel like it's not that hard to make 50 podcasts.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Fucking kidding me?
Yeah,
That's great. It's great because it's doing well and it's not sad.
Yep.
Yeah,
God bless America. Who's going first?
Karen can't.
Well, we just, yeah.
What?
It's just good.
It's cool.
It's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I going first?
Wait, what's the date of the Orpheum show?
It's the 21st.
No, none
Neither
of
of
those
us.
guesses were right.
Do you know Vince and I recently had to look at the inscription inside of his wedding ring to remember what day we got married on?
When your anniversary
And we were both wrong.
Ooh, that inscription is smart. That's a good idea.
Yeah, thank God we did that because we were both like, the 6th? I was like, I think it's the 4th. And it was the 5th. So
That's
we're
awesome.
fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is when I'm moving out of my apartment. We're back. Sorry.
Yeah. What's the whole thing with it's a nightmare in the apartment before the show started?
I have no idea.
Like, because it was all maybe you were upset because you had to move and record.
Yeah, maybe it was just a mess, a big mess of boxes and stuff, and probably hot. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
But
Probably hot.
yeah, packing to move isn't fun. So, I missed that apartment. I was wondering when we were going to get to this.
Yeah.
The end.
The last episode in this apartment.
Yeah. Oh, I have a photo of it empty. And this is our 50th episode. That's like I think it's a big deal in the episode and you don't. I still think it's a big deal.
50 is, I guess it's a big deal if you're thinking about human weddings or something like
50th?
that.
Yeah. Can
Yeah.
you imagine whispering to us, you're going to do 500.
You're going to do more than 5.
You're going to do this for the rest of your life.
There are so many corrections corners in this episode.
Because we're going to do my story first. I call it the Somerset Man over and over again. It's not the Somerset Man.
No.
which is a place in California and a place in the UK.
Is that what you were thinking of?
No, probably not. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just sounds similar. But
yeah, I mean, it's me apologizing for calling the Sandra Bullock movie 6-week notice, but I actually said 8 weeks notice, and the movie is called 2 weeks notice. Whoever made, I think it was Sabrina who made this note, it says, while claiming to be her number one fan. So I am the ultimate hypocrite because I don't know the names of her movies, and I still will absolutely try to take credit for being her number one fan.
I don't know, though. Do both things have to be true? No. Like, you don't have to know them all.
I mean, thanks for letting me off the hook.
Yeah.
I feel like the real Bullock heads would be like, get the fuck out of here if you don't even know 2 weeks notice.
Well, maybe I just have like PTSD from dudes going, what songs do the band sing? If you you really like them, what songs? And I don't know the names of songs.
Name 3 albums. Yeah.
Yeah, because like, people just record it on tape, so you don't know the names of the song.
Right.
It's fine. I'm not looking at the fucking liner of the notes like a dork. Okay?
I'm not here to prove my fandom to you, another fan.
Right.
It can't be done. But then we don't even need to spend time with that correction corner because I immediately say that Dan Brown murdered Harvey Milk instead of Dan White, which is a horrible thing to say about the man who wrote my favorite book, The Da Vinci Code.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Oh, you love Da Vinci Code and Sandra Bullock. Like, those are Karen's.
I mean, it's who I am as a
Do you
person.
ever need her security questions for passwords?
Da Vinci 3549.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so now we're going to get into George's story about the Somerton Man.
That's right.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace.
Every successful small business starts with someone saying, I wonder if people would actually buy this.
Squarespace gives you everything you need to find out.
From consultations to events and experiences, you can showcase your skills with a customizable website designed to attract clients and grow your business.
With Squarespace's collection of cutting-edge design tools, anyone can build a beautiful, professional online presence that perfectly fits their brand or business.
Get paid on time with professional invoices and online payments. Plus, streamline your workflow with built-in appointment scheduling and email marketing tools.
Head to squarespace.com/murder for a free trial.
And when you're ready to launch, use offer code MURDER to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Goodbye.
This episode is supported by FX's The Shards, a seductive drama from executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Set in 1980s Los Angeles, the series follows a group of glamorous, deeply entangled high school seniors drawn into a life of wealth, beauty, parties, and excess.
At its center is Brett, whose reality begins to unravel when the arrival of a new student coincides with a series of mysterious murders. FX's The Shards, now streaming on Hulu.
Goodbye.
Summer means a whole new world for your feet.
They're walking more, sweating more, and going barefoot all day long.
For summer feet that need real comfort, there's Bombas.
Bombas has a whole line of sport-specific socks for golf, yoga, the gym, and every kind of runner.
They also make soft, supportive compression socks that are especially great for summer travel.
Bombas sandals and slides are made from super lightweight, cushy, waterproof EVA foam, so they feel incredibly comfortable.
And the best part, for every item you buy, Bombas donates an essential clothing item to someone facing housing insecurity, with over 200 million donations and counting.
I wore my Bombas compression socks on the plane ride to and from Italy. And listen, I'm a girl of a certain age at this point. It needs to be done. And I felt so comfy and so secure with my cute little Bombas socks.
So head over to bombas.com/MFM and use code MFM for 20% off your first purchase.
That's BOMBAS.com/MFM, code MFM at checkout.
Goodbye.
Stephen, part of your new job that we're hiring you for is that you need to remember who went first last time.
Guy Brandon went first last year.
Right.
Oh, that's right.
Shit.
No one went first.
New year, fresh start.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors?
That's right.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, hit.
Fuck.
1, 2, 3, hit.
I go first.
All right.
First we got scissors and then I got paper and she got rock. Just guys, for those watching at home.
Yep. For those who have to know.
All right. Well, this one is like, I didn't want to do this one because I feel like, well, everyone knows, like I do this a lot where it's like, well, I've been obsessed since I was a kid. So I'm like, everyone knows this thing, but people keep asking us to do it. And it's fucking fascinating. And there's information that one doesn't know about. So I'm like, I got into it and I got really into it.
Okay, cool.
So this is the Taman Shud.
Oh, yes.
The Somerset Man.
We have just talked about this, but we haven't gone into detail.
Right. So there's some really interesting info about it. So I'm going to get through the beginning.
And have you solved it?
I've solved it.
Oh, great. Okay.
Well, of course, I in my head have solved it.
You know
of course.
exactly what. Okay.
Yeah. So, on the morning of December 1st, 1948, a man's body is found on Somerton Beach, which is in Australia. It's near Adelaide, which is like fucking has the best serial killers. The dead man is leaned up against a wall. He's on the beach, leaned up against a wall. He's wearing a suit and tie. He's well dressed. There's an unlit cigarette resting on his collar, as if he was just like about to smoke, and then it fell out of his mouth when he died. You know, I know. So his feet are crossed. There's no signs of struggle or distress, and people walking by had seen him and thought he was just drunk. He was like propped up that way. He had no identification on him. What he had on him was an unused rail ticket or a bus ticket, a comb, gum, cigarettes, and a scrap of paper with the phrase Taman Shud. It's hard to find out exactly how to say this. Taman Shud.
Spell it.
TAMANSUSHUD. It's not okay. It means finished in Persian.
Okay.
And the labels had been clipped from his clothing. So the autopsy doesn't find a cause of death, but notes that he was in his 40s. He had a fit physique, and that they said that he had strong and high calf muscles, as if he were a dancer.
Just like me.
All right. But you can tell those things, supposedly. So they take his railway ticket and they find his suitcase at the train station. And they know it's his because a spool of thread inside the case matches the thread that he had used to repair one of his pockets. And in the suitcase is a shaving kit, clothes, and a coat with stitching that was specific to U.S. tailoring. So they thought he was from the U.S. Also, he had Wrigley's Juicy Fruit Gum.
Oh, that's American.
What if this whole time this had just been an ad for Wrigley's Juicy Fruit Gum? And they're like, you can't tell it apart anymore. And only American men chewed it back then, or Australian men didn't. So, okay, so the paper, the Taman Shud, was torn out of a poetry book, a Persian poetry book that was extremely rare. And local librarians identified the phrase as the very last two words. It's the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. It's a book of poems from the 12th century by a Persian poet. And the theme of this book is that one should live their life to the fullest and have no regrets when it ends. Hey, fucking men. And the very last line, it's almost like saying the end, was Taman Shud, which is finished. And for some fucking reason, that was in his pocket. Okay. So a dude comes forward and says that he had actually found this book in the backseat of his car around the same time and around the same place. Like someone had tossed this book into the backseat of his car. And it had those two last words ripped out of it. And in the book that the guy had found were a bunch of lines that were code. It seemed to be code. They didn't make any sense, but they're all capital letters, and the letters all kind of seem like how English words would start. So the theory is that the Somerton man was poisoned. There was no trace of poison found in his system, but the pathologist who performed the autopsy said that his spleen had grown to 3 times its normal size and that his liver was damaged. And he said, quote, "I am convinced the death could not have been natural." And he said, "The poison I suggested was a barbiturate or a soluble hypnotic, which is sleeping pills. But no foreign substance was found in his body, but most of these barbiturates like kind of go away within a couple days. So it seems like he was poisoned, but there was no poison actually found in his body." And then code breakers have tried to solve the code that's in the actual book. And okay, so there's these like a bunch of letters, and they think it stands for, it's time to move south. It's time to move to South Australia, Mosley Street. Which is like so stupid and a thing that they just made up. Like it sounds ridiculous. The letters are ITTMT, and they came up with it that way. to Mosley Street.
You're just saying it seems like they're just reaching for something that it could mean.
Yes. But however, there's also a phone number, an unlisted phone number in the book. And it belongs to a former Army nurse who lives on Mosley Street.
Oh, it's not so stupid, maybe.
No. Well, maybe they knew that afterwards and made that up because that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Okay.
Why?
I don't know. It's just like, that's all.
Well, because it's like the secret code and then all it says is like a place? It's like not even that interesting.
Yeah, or it's time to move to South Australia, Mosley Street. Why would anyone need to code that?
Well, maybe it doesn't mean what it sounds like it means. Like maybe it's code within code where it's
where it's like move means something sinister. Okay, so the down the street from where he dies is Mosley Street, where it's a 5-minute walk to where the person whose phone number where she lives, her name is Jo Thompson, and she lives on Mosley Street. When the cops go there, she's like, I don't know who he is, but actually I gave that exact book to Lieutenant Alfred Boxall, who she had served with. So she doesn't know who this person is. There's this fucking rare book of poems that she had given to someone she had served with.
And you don't
in World War II.
Just give a person a book of poems.
No. They were probably boning.
Right. I mean, you're not like, oh, here's the Rubaiyat.
Yeah.
See you later, pal.
No, I give everyone a copy of fucking Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy that I fall in love with. No, I don't.
Poems.
I mean, I've done it, but I don't.
Poems are a big deal.
Yeah.
If someone gives you a book of poems, they're into you.
And it's a rare book of beautiful poems.
Yeah, she spent like $40 at a bookstore.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's like, I don't know who that is, but that book sounds familiar. I gave it to this dude. And so they're like, well, this dude must be the Somerset Man. But then he turns up in 49 and he still has his copy of his book and it's intact. So it's not him.
Oh.
But he has a copy of the book. Like, you know him. Okay. So could he just as a cover have gotten a second copy at some point? What if it was just like they show a photo of it and it's like duct taped into the fucking last page of the book? He just
really shitty
with
Scotch
crayon.
tape. Yeah.
And it's like written in crayon.
It is finished.
No, it's
exclamation point.
Yes, totally. Yes. What you're saying. So people started to speculate that, Lieutenant Boxall was working for the military intelligence at the time, and maybe the Somerton Man was a Soviet spy, and he was poisoned by Boxall or some other agent. So he went to visit this woman who had given this man a copy of the book, and they were all spies. And maybe, it's really interesting. Okay. But Boxall himself dismisses the quote as, it's quite a melodramatic thesis. Say that in Australian voice. I can't.
Oh, I can't.
No, I can't.
They always sound like everything goes up at the end. No matter what they're saying, they sound like they're kind of excited.
Yeah.
Even when that's why I was listening. I told you I was listening to Case File over the break when I drove to San Francisco.
Oh, it's great.
And to listen to somebody very seriously talk about murder, but have the intonation go up at the end is so enjoyable to me.
Because it's like an exclamation mark at the end of every sentence.
Yeah, it just kind of sounds like everything's all right, even though it's murder.
Do you know what happened I forgot to tell you this. At New Year's Eve, I was at Joe DeRosa's house, and there was an Australian girl there who was from Adelaide. And I was like, I did the thing of, you guys have great murders. And she wasn't like, yeah, here's one I remember. She was like, oh,
ugh,
I know.
Bye.
She was very sweet, but
bye.
Like, Australia has the best murders. Like,
yes.
Tell me about them.
And 1 million of them.
So in 2009, speaking of, University of Adelaide professor Derek Abbott, who's like this dude who's like the dude who's obsessed with this now. Like nowadays, he's the guy.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
And he's a professor. That'll help.
Yeah, and he's a professor at University of Adelaide, and he's like, I'm gonna solve this, which sometimes is like bad because you're like tunnel vision, but it's still interesting.
Still, get into it.
So Derek Abbott thinks that the key to the code is in the actual book that they found, but the edition that was near on the Somerset Man is so rare that they can't find a copy of that to like know if it matches up. Like, when they change chapters, and they change wording, and they change the translation later.
Yeah.
Like we can't find a book that's old enough to like match up to this book, which is cool. Like it could be, I don't know. It could be in there, but it's not in the ones that we can buy, which I'm like, can you imagine going to a fucking used bookstore and finding that book and like...
Right, and also like put out an APB of like, does anybody have the Rubaiyat? Look up your grandma's library.
Karen,
please send.
So you know, the Rubaiyat, you fucking know about this.
What?
The Rubaiyat, like that was amazing that you... I didn't know what it was called.
Yeah, it's all knowledge that doesn't help me in any way.
Except for on your podcast.
Oh, hi.
I'm sorry. Except for on your career podcast. Where was I? Okay, so the original autopsy report, guess what? It's lost. They always get lost. The government won't exhume the body. And Abbott's trying really hard to get them to exhume the body for DNA testing.
What's the problem?
Well, that they won't do it?
Yeah.
Because they don't think it'll catch a murderer. That's their thing. Is like,
what?
It's like if there will be
Very
clues to a murderer, they'll exhume it. But if it's just to figure out some mysterious clue, they won't do it.
But okay,
which is like, it's got to be expensive to exhume a body, right?
Yes, and I understand that they don't want to disturb. There's a whole thing, but like. Yeah, okay. I see that. Can
I go on record and say disturb the shit out of my body if there's some fucking mysterious clue that needs to be solved? Please.
Oh, I'll dig you up so fast.
Claw me out. Call me. I'm going to have a note taped to my body. I'm not going to tell you what it is.
I'm going to get you one of those plots where you can it's never fully buried. Like you can just keep bringing the body up on a little elevator.
Do you know about how they used to, there were so many bodies that got buried that were still alive at a certain point that they started burying people with bells.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that if there was a bell in the coffin that went up to the surface. So if you were fucking buried alive, you would ding it. But then so many people would start decomposing with their finger in the bell because they put it in there.
And the gases would move shit
and
around.
The food ding the bell. How creepy would that be to like be the night fucking monitor and just be like ding 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 and like which one's real and which one's not?
Now, this was around that time. This is like 1800s.
1800s ought to be, yeah.
Yeah. Where like everything was just so creepy back then.
Yeah.
Everything was creepy.
It was like it was always night.
Yes. It was always night. Women always had black lace veils over their faces.
Plagues everywhere.
Dead children. Piles of dead children.
Oh my God. Like you expect your kids to die.
You just knew it. You'd be like, hey, let's call you Timmy. Who really knows?
I'm going to farm you out to this rich couple to be their servant. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Ultimately.
Yeah.
Okay. Good luck.
Fuck.
So dark.
Everything sucks. But it's the best, but it sucks. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Autopsy report is lost. Okay. All right. Cool. So Abbott notices, like in the photos of the Somerset Man, he notices a couple things about him that are strange. One is that his upper ear, like this part right here that I'm pointing at that you can't see on the podcast, is strangely shaped, and the formation is shared by less than 2% of Caucasians. So the upper lobe of the ear is larger than the lower lobe of the ear, which is rare.
Okay.
Really less than 2%.
Do you ever do that thing where ears are really the identifier of people? Like when when they always have that thing where it's like, is Nicolas Cage a time traveler? Here's a picture of him
his
from
ear doesn't
Civil
stick
War.
out.
Those ears don't match. And you can like immediately, if you see and you think, could these two people be the same, check the ears first.
Or like a kid corpse that like it went missing, and like there's the photo of the kid and there's the photo of his body, and they're like, well, his ear doesn't stick
the ear
out.
doesn't
That's
match.
it. They look exactly the same.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Although I know a guy in high school who got fucking taped my ears back surgery.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Is that sad? No, but that was not now. They don't do that now. Although I guess they could if they like kidnapped a kid and like fixed his ears.
Well, I mean, yeah, you'd have to.
Yeah.
There's so many possibilities in this life.
I know. I love that. Okay. So he looks at the body and he is like, here are the ears. These are wrong. And also he had a condition in which certain teeth are missing in the front, so that your incisors, your pointy guys, are right next to your two front teeth.
Yeah.
Instead of having a buffer.
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. So it's just like fang. And again, less than 2% of the population have this. And I think it's hereditary. They don't prove anything on their own. But Derek Abbott examines photos of the son of the woman whose phone number is in the book, who claims to have nothing to do with him. Her fucking kid, Robin, has those same fucking abnormalities.
Both ear and teeth?
Both.
Shit.
And in addition to that, guess what he does for a fucking living?
He's a ballerina.
Yep.
Are you kidding?
I'm not fucking kidding.
Okay.
Blown mind. Am I wrong?
What is she doing? Why won't she be honest?
Because something went wrong. Because maybe she was a spy, and so was he. And he came back around and was like, "What's up? I'm here in town." Because he was in town for he came into town. Like, they had bus tickets and the suitcase thing that showed that he was just fucking visiting. So he came into town for her.
Oh,
If you believe these
theories.
yes. So he came into town to confront her or to see her or to fucking threaten her or to fucking blackmail her or whatever.
Or to make her a nice dinner.
Yeah. And she was like, I don't want dinner. I'm going to put poison in your food.
Whoa.
Something. All right.
Oh, yeah, because
He was poisoned.
And it could have been her? That's why she's lying?
It doesn't come up ever in any webpage that you find. But in my mind, yeah, it could have fucking been
She's
her.
in the mix.
She's up in that mix. Okay, so his daughter, her son Robin, who they think is the kid, passes away in 2009, and his daughter Kate is on 60 Minutes in 2013 saying that his grandma had fucking known this dude, the Somerton Man, and that they both might have been spies. And she had no evidence of that, but she also said that she thought that this guy was her dad's father.
Huh.
Yeah, like the granddaughter believes it. The best, like, I love this part of the story. Maybe I should save it. It's like a really, okay.
For what? Next
I don't know,
week?
it's just cute. No, for the end, because it makes it less sad.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to save it. Okay. So they're trying to get Australian government to exhume the body. They won't fucking do it. He looks British in appearance. He's this age. He's in good physical. I don't know. This is all
They're saying there's no reason to do it.
Yeah, maybe he wasn't murdered. The thing is that the kid was a fucking ballet dancer, and the original autopsy said he had great calves and looked like a fucking ballet dancer, which is like, and those two other fucking things. Come on,
Please.
So let's see. I didn't edit this as well as I should have. Okay. So they're now trying to test the DNA of the daughter of this woman, the granddaughter of this woman, but they don't have the DNA of the Somerton Man. So, but they think that they're related.
Okay.
So the DNA was
anything of him? Do you know?
They made a bust of his face, and you can go online and see a really I think what an amazing fucking autopsy face photo. There's like post-mortem photo. Mm-hmm. And to me, and this is so stupid, I've always thought he looks like my grandfather, who was a Eastern European immigrant. Like, I've always thought he looks like that. So maybe he was a spy for fucking Germany in World War II, but who knows? So in the bust they made of him, there's some hairs left, but I don't think they can get the DNA out of it. So that's why they're trying to exhume him, but they tested the DNA of the granddaughter, and it turns out that that she might be related to like Thomas Jefferson, which if he is related, he's from America.
Oh, okay.
Basically. So
did we know that from the juicy fruit?
Yeah, we thought that. But also it's interesting because if they find someone who is related and they have an uncle who disappeared, then we'll fucking know who it is.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
which is really cool. They believe she had an affair. Maybe they were spies, maybe they weren't. But the fucking best part of this whole story. So that's basically what it is. We don't know that. The last news story I can get from this is from October of 2016.
Oh.
And it says they're testing the DNA, and the doctor, who seems really fucking cool, named Fitzpatrick, her last name, it's a she, her name is Fitzpatrick, is going to do a whole thing about it. And she never did. And I can't find it. But so the granddaughter, Kate, and Derek Abbott, who's trying to find the DNA in the story of this,
The professor.
got married.
Yes.
Had 3 babies.
What?
Fell in love.
What?
How cute is that?
What if he's just using her?
He's not.
for DNA.
Every night she's like, I have these dreams of my cheek being swabbed. And I just
What? No, I just like Q-tips.
I love plucking your hair, darling. I mean, who hasn't had a boyfriend who wants to pluck your hair? Am I wrong?
Everybody's gone through that.
Yeah, and there's always a bowl in the toilet that catches your pee. It's just a thing.
It's standard. That's
So
actually
isn't
very
that cute?
sweet.
So he goes there to fucking find out what's going on. I'm going to interview the granddaughter, and she's like, "Here's this information, and I believe it too." And then they make out.
And then they're just like in the stacks trying to find pull files.
Don't you feel like how cute is that?
Oh my God, it's precious.
That's like the best. Like that's so. You'd read a book about that, and you're like, "Come on,
Shut up." Well, also because everything else about this case is so frustrating. First of all, are we sure we haven't done this before? Because I feel like all of that was so familiar.
We've talked about it.
We've talked about it. I know I listened to it on Thinking Sideways.
Yes,
for sure.
That's why I didn't want to do it. This thing happened. Like, okay, I want to say, like, when Jamie Lee was on the live episode, she did a story that I think is fascinating that I would never do because I feel like we need to do stories that nobody knows about.
I disagree.
I know, and I agree with that. And when Jamie said she was going to do it, the audience fucking cheered.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, we can actually do stories that people know about. We're just like going to find it. I know. I totally know.
Totally.
So when I found that out, I was like,
But then me just saying this right now is like convincing you otherwise, basically.
no, you're correct.
Oh.
I totally think you're
No,
correct.
I mean me saying it sounds familiar.
No, I mean, I did Jean Bonnet. Like, I can do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's fine.
Yeah, what was the point? Oh, yeah. So we've heard about it. You and I have heard about it. I said to Vince, have you ever heard about this case? And he was like, no.
No.
So
well, also, it's so vague. It's like, so a dead guy is there and he's got these weird items on him. And he may be this and he may be that, but he might just be a dead guy.
Dude.
That like, there's like a lot of stuff, a lot of like, way things have been painted on, like he could be a spy and it could be this and it could be that. Could be just a dead guy.
They didn't find poison in his body.
Right.
He could have
had a
killed
big spleen.
himself. Yeah, I mean,
He spleened himself out one night. Just spleened
you need to
out.
spleen yourself.
You better spleen yourself to me right
Spleen
now.
yourself. No, it's one of those stories that I think everyone knows the first 3 paragraphs of from
Yes.
like Snopes or whatever, or
Yeah.
from fucking Reddit. But the like weird details of it and the people like this guy who are still trying to fucking figure it out, who I think are going to be disappointed when they find out.
Well, also, I think it's the fear. I think the interest is everyone has the fear. What if for some reason you died and no one could figure out who you were?
That's so
what
cool.
A sad, weird thing that would be.
Oh, I think it's cool.
you do?
Yeah. I think to me, like it sounds like it's true that he impregnated this woman. He came to confront her somehow. Who knows how he knew her, why she said she didn't know him. Those things are suspicious to me. Whatever happened was a bummer, and he went and killed himself or drank himself to death or some fucking thing and died there.
Yeah.
And it's just weird that she wouldn't admit to knowing him. Maybe she didn't want scandal of being pregnant out of wedlock. I don't know.
It's fascinating. The Somerton Man? What's the actual name of it?
The name of the whole case is the Tom and Shude.
But he's being called the what man?
Somerton Man, because that's the beach he was found on.
Okay. Somerton Beach.
And I feel like if I ever did a corrections corner, I'd have a lot of them for next fucking week.
Hey, come on over to the corner. We have a great time over here.
Yeah. Welcome.
Who cares? Okay, we're back. Do you have any case updates for the Somerton Man?
I do. And as I said, in 2017, there are also corrections. So here we go. In 2018, using the strands of hair that were pulled from the Somerton Man's plaster bust, Derek Abbott and Dr. Colleen Fitzpatrick were able to finally extract a DNA sample, which is like so fascinating. By 2022, they had used this sample to painstakingly build out a family tree with more than 4,000 people on it before landing on what they believe is the Somerton Man's name, Carl Webb, which they have a fucking name finally. And I guess he goes by Charles. Abbott and Dr. Fitzpatrick theorized that Webb, who was from Melbourne and worked as an electrical engineer, came to South Australia to find his ex-wife, Dorothy Jean Robertson, after she fled their home. According to their divorce papers, he was moody, violent, and wrote many poems about death, claiming it was his greatest desire. But there are still many questions, including how he died. It's still unclear if his death was a suicide, natural causes, or foul play. This just sounds like one of the historical fictions that I love to read that say what happened. And I love this. It's just fascinating.
I mean, it's super weird that a person would be judged by the terrible poetry they write in life. That's not fair.
If you're a violent man, that's what you get.
Well, that's very true. The rest of his history belies something different, but writing bummer poetry doesn't really dictate who you are as a person.
And then back in 2021, as Fitzpatrick and Abbott were still building out the family tree, Adelaide authorities exhumed the Somerton man's body while conducting their own separate investigation into his identity. But it's unclear where the police investigation stands as of May 2025. And in any case, the police released a statement acknowledging their identification, with a spokesperson emphasizing that the department was, quote, still actively investigating the Somerton man coronial matter. So some people don't believe it. Some people are skeptics, but
he is identified. They're saying he's not?
Yeah, I think that maybe they're still investigating his death, but they agree that that's who it is.
Okay.
I don't know. And then also a minor correction, Professor Derek Abbott did not marry the daughter of Nurse Joe, Kate, which we loved that piece, I think.
Yeah.
He married Robin's daughter, Rachel Egan. So there's still romance happening in the Somerton man story, which is exciting.
Yeah, that's good. All
right. So we now know who he is.
Yeah, I mean, at least like a years, decades-long mystery is solved.
Yeah, satisfying.
If that is who he is.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's get into Karen's story, one of your famous cult stories, the Bhagwan Shree Rajneesh.
This episode is supported by FX's The Shards, a seductive drama from executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Set in 1980s Los Angeles, the series follows a group of glamorous, deeply entangled high school seniors drawn into a life of wealth, beauty, parties, and excess.
At its center is Brett, whose reality begins to unravel when the arrival of a new student coincides with a series of mysterious murders. FX's The Shards, now streaming on Hulu.
Goodbye.
Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and unforgettable moments that make the season so special.
Whether you're planning a weekend getaway, gathering with friends, or simply soaking up every sunny day, Pandora Jewelry offers meaningful pieces designed to celebrate your unique story.
From sun-kissed metals that catch the light beautifully to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra, every detail is crafted to help you express yourself with confidence and style.
Explore charms, bracelets, rings, necklaces, and more, thoughtfully designed to complement every adventure and occasion.
Each design moves with you, from beach days and road trips to rooftop dinners, golden nights, and every memory in between.
Layer your favorite looks, mark life's meaningful moments, and create lasting reminders of a season you'll never want to forget.
Find the pieces that reflect who you are and where this summer takes you.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold.
Goodbye.
Buying clothes is easy. That's why everyone's always doing it.
But finding clothes you actually want to wear is the hard part.
Get all your favorite elevated essentials at Quince.
Quince specializes in effortless, high-quality essentials like ultra-soft organic cotton and premium Mongolian cashmere sweaters. They're beautifully tailored and built to last. And it's not just apparel. Quince also brings that same everyday elevation to everything they offer, from hotel-quality bedding and bath to kitchen staples, essentials, and thoughtfully designed furniture.
They work directly with ethical factories, so you're paying for quality, not brand markup.
It's so true that they have wonderful items that aren't just clothes. I have like 3 of their 100% mulberry silk pillowcases. I've bought throws from there. I've bought bedding from there. And it is just as great quality as their clothes and super affordable.
Upgrade your everyday.
Download the Quince app for app-exclusive offers or go to quince.com/MFM. Get free shipping on your order and 365-day returns.
Now available in Canada and the UK too.
QUINCE.com/MFM.
Goodbye. All right. Do you want to hear mine?
Absolutely.
Mine's weird this week. And this is the one I've been working on for so many weeks. And I can never figure out how to put it together. It's like such a long
Ted Bundy.
involved thing.
No,
it's weird.
Okay.
It's the Bhagwan Shree Rajneesh and the Rajneeshpuram community that they set up in Central Oregon in the early 80s.
I know some of those words.
All right. Let me walk you through it.
Oh my God,
Just
I'm
a tiny bit.
excited.
And there's not an actual murder, it's attempted murder.
Okay.
But the whole thing is so crazy.
Dude.
And it's a news story. I remember standing in front of the TV watching and listening to my parents get super weirded out, because essentially what happened was this. So the Bhagwan Shree Rajneesh was born in 1931 as Chandra Mohan Jain, Jain. And he began his career as a philosophy professor in India. And in the 60s, he traveled throughout India as a public speaker. And he was a critic of socialism. He was a critic of Gandhi and institutionalized religions. He often spoke against Jesus, calling him both a salesman and a madman. And he transitioned from professor to guru when he noticed there's a lot of money to be made off of unhappy, wealthy Westerners that would come to India searching for spiritual meaning in their lives.
Amen.
So he built a thriving enterprise with his lectures and group therapies. He was pro-materialism.
What?
Yeah. He was he was the change it up guru. So he was
Someone, I just see the meme of him like sitting on fire, and it just is
That's
that
right.
change it up
with his big weird eyes. He was pro-materialism. He was, anti-organized religion. And he was an advocate for a more open attitude toward human sexuality.
Yeah.
He was, I mean, if he could only see Tumblr today, he would be so proud of the leaps and bounds
To me,
we've made.
that's him saying, "You have to fuck me."
Well, that's exactly
You know what I
right.
mean?
Well, he became known as the sex guru in the press, which his argument was, I've written 2 books on human sexuality and 38 books on meditation, but you call me the sex guru, because he was all about how Westerners were so puritanical and stuffy.
He's clearly never just fucking watched Bob's Burgers and drank a glass of wine, which is like sometimes better than sex. You know?
I mean, it could be argued, but he was doing things like he was getting his little groups together, and then suddenly the idea was maybe you're so pent up about your sex that maybe people need to have sex in front of me so that we all stop being so pent up about sex. It's basically this whole thing is the study in ultimate power corrupts up. Absolute power corrupts up. Absolutely. Get it wrong.
Beautiful words.
It's the easiest saying to remember because it's the same words at the beginning and the end, and I still got it wrong. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. So also, he had millions of dollars in unpaid taxes. So he had to get the fuck out of India.
How did he have money to begin with?
Because he was charging all these people to come and be in his classes and workshops and listen to him giving these speeches, learn how to meditate. Yoga hadn't been a thing yet. So they were learning about yoga was like the secret, amazing practice.
How cool would it be to I have a couple $1,000, but to be millions in fucking debt, like you are living your best life.
Hells yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you're beyond.
Yeah, you're not you don't live in a fucking hovel.
No, not at all.
I want to owe millions.
You will someday.
Thank you.
So what they did was they decide they're going to leave India and come to America. And so the plan is that he's going to build a utopian city for himself and 2,000 of his followers in South Central Oregon. Yes, it makes perfect sense to me too. So it's not, South Central Oregon is empty. They were basically 3 hours east and south of Salem. Mm-hmm. So they were in this kind of central valley that was super empty. It was just a bunch of ranches, and a lot of the ranches had fallen into disrepair. Mm-hmm. So it was almost like a desert-ish situation because they had just grazed the fields and stuff like that. It was all very brown and kind of shitty.
Oh, yeah.
So
thanks, guys.
Right. So they move in, and the plan was they were going to build housing compounds, warehouses, and support buildings so that their business enterprises that were once based in India could move to South Central Oregon. And they initially applied for a permit to build housing for 90 people. but soon they moved there, and the numbers were in the hundreds immediately. And when he arrived, the Bhagwan Shree Rajneesh, he came to America, and he was on he was doing a 3-year silent, meditation or whatever. He wasn't talking. And so his voice was a woman named Ma Anand, Sheila. Her real name was Sheila Patel. She came from a very wealthy family in India, and she was kind of like his right-hand man. And so she made the deal to buy the Big Muddy Ranch right outside of Antelope in Oregon. Mm-hmm. And she was soft-spoken and charming, and she hosted a dance in the nearby town of Madras where cowboys partied until dawn. She curried favor buying 50 head of cattle from the Wasco County commissioner, even though the commune was vegetarian. She was like making deals, kissing babies. And she basically closed the deal so that they could build their farming commune. But what she didn't know was that Oregon had very strict state zoning laws that really limited how many people and buildings could be erected onto ranch land based on the amount. Mm-hmm. So as this development grew, they kept having to apply for more building permits, and they kept going to the politicians and saying, we're just a farming commune, but we need more living quarters for the workers because there's so much abused rangeland that we need more people to help us fix it. Mm-hmm. And the problem was that they were basically a bunch of rich, like college educated, well off, kind of like it was pre-yuppie. It was early yuppie.
It was like post-hippie, pre-yuppie.
Yeah. They were the people, the people that eventually became yuppies that were like, oh, we don't have to live on the commune. We can just go to yoga classes. Yeah. But at that time, they were kind of like, they had the hangover from the 60s of like the whole hippie thing had fallen apart. Yeah. And then the Vietnam War bummed everybody out. Yeah. And that's why a lot of people went to India in the first place, to be like, what the fuck is life? Like, what is anybody doing?
And suddenly taxes were fucking nothing.
What do you mean?
Like they had Reagan, so taxes for rich were nothing.
And they were doing things like, they were rich, so they would sell their Porsche and send their money to the ranch. Oh. And then go live there. And they just worked for free. So it was like they were giving all their materialistic stuff. They were like, well, I'm going to help out, and that's going to make me feel better spiritually. Yeah. And then they can kind of escape like the structured world of taxes and having a job and all that stuff. They're going to put their whole life into this commune.
With the safety net of knowing that they could fucking leave it at any point if they wanted to.
Yeah, because their parents still live in a really nice house in like Marina Del Rey or whatever. They all had to wear pink, red, or maroon clothing. Ugh. And when they joined up, like this was the change. They would, I can't, there's a word for it. Joining up is not it. But like they would go through like something, and then
initiation?
It's like an initiation. The Bhagwan Shree Rajneesh would put a mandala around their neck, which is a beaded wooden necklace that would have a big picture of him on it. And so they were like all these people wearing red with these wooden bead necklaces suddenly start showing up in Central Oregon. And if you've ever been to anywhere like this, or even Central California, it's like a little strip of Arkansas right here on the West Coast. Like it's very farm. It's very Republican. It's very conservative. It's people who live far away from other people. They like things their way, and they don't want a bunch of fucking weirdo rich hippies in red clothing coming into their town 30, 40, 80 at a time. And that's exactly what was happening. So it's kind of awesome and they were all wearing red. So, and like with shit in their hair and like, and it wasn't a hippie thing. Like they weren't like drugged out and like, hey, free, peace, love. They were kind of like trying to take over a little bit.
Did you watch The Leftovers?
I did. I'd say the first 7 episodes of
But like the
first
people
season.
in the white clothing that were like,
The smoking
Yeah.
cult? Yes.
it sounds like that to me.
Yes.
Which is so creepy.
Where they kind of like, when you see, there's tons of great documentaries about this whole thing and there's great footage, but there is a lot of that, like, there's a little of the leftover, like dancing in Golden Gate Park, like ecstatic dancing and group kind of hangouts and stuff. But it's so much more, there's so much more of a business aspect to it. You can tell that they're trying to monetize spirituality.
Well, the difference between a 70s cult and an 80s cult is probably so fucking different.
Yeah,
Right?
for sure. And this one had that thing of like, they just started showing up in droves and freaking locals out badly.
Sure.
And in their weird red clothing. And they were kind of like, even the one documentary I was watching, the guy who now is probably in his like late 60s, 70s, gray hair, like clearly not in it anymore, but they were just aggressive because they were just so quick to be like, well, you were a racist, or you were against our religion, or you were you were xenophobic or whatever. It's like, yeah, maybe, except for that if you were starting a commune with 90 people, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But basically, they ended up having 2,000 followers.
Jesus. And you
on this
infiltrated
ranch.
the town.
They infiltrated a town, Antelope and Madras, where they're like kind of their 2 closest towns. And so basically what happened is, instead of it being a small commune, it turned into this big thing, and they had to keep going to the city and applying for more permits and saying, we need it for this. Oh, sorry, we didn't realize, and we just need it for this. And so the city had to start going, no, like, this is crazy. This land is not zoned for you guys to start a city, essentially. And at first they were trying to they didn't want to come off as like hicks and like people who are like against outsiders. They didn't want to come off bad. Also, them coming there, they actually did the thing that they were saying. They were building, they built a dam. They brought the water table up. Like the entire valley that they lived in became bright green. When you see these, it's kind of amazing, these helicopter shots of the area, and it's like bright green. And they have they started organic farming.
Holy shit.
So it's like kind of a mass organic farming where somebody in this documentary was saying, once they had everything built up and there was like a main street and there was a mall, they had restaurants.
Oh my God.
They would give tours to locals. Like, you can come and see what we're doing. We're not like trying to hide anything. That around Central Oregon, they'd be like, the only good place to eat is as Rajneeshpuram was the name of the town.
Wow.
Or, would eventually, they tried to make into a town. People would go there to eat because it was like really good organic
Fresh,
food.
yeah.
It was kind of like the original farm to table situation, but they were doing it with this it was a culty version of it, essentially. Because they still did, and he also, the Bhagwan Shree Rajneesh would just come out and sit there, but he wasn't talking. So he wasn't like preaching or saying anything to anybody. They would and sometimes he just wouldn't come out at all. Like, so when he first got there, he would make appearances, but then after a while, he just wasn't doing it. And basically there was just a bunch of people like manual labor, farming and doing shit for free and dedicating their whole life to like building up what eventually was becoming a city.
That's what I was thinking, is I bet the locals would be so much more stoked if you were bringing in jobs, but you're not. You're just everyone who just is a fucking cult member is doing it for you.
The people it was good for were people that owned backhoes and like big like Caterpillar earth movers. There was a couple people it was good for, but not on the whole. No, on the whole, it was like, and the other problem was, so they wanted these permits, they wanted to keep expanding, and they started being told no. So they started infiltrating like the local government. So they would go in and like demand to see permits or files or papers at the Wasco County courthouse. And there's 2 people that work there because it's like a courthouse in the middle of nowhere in this county that doesn't have that many people. And 40 of them would go down and be like, we demand to see it. So it started off very aggressive and of course it was already like, you're all wearing red and jumping around. And now you're like, we want to see this. We want to do this. Then they have they have elections, and they end up electing a bunch of the Rajneeshis, as they're called, onto the city council or onto the whatever county, whatever it would be, county group. So that they suddenly now are the ones that are, because they're trying to get their people in so that they get told yes.
Smart.
Because what they want to do, they really did want to build a city, and they wanted to bring more and more people there. And they're starting to make serious money. And the other reason they said that they had the tours is because they want to make sure parents who, like those rich parents we're talking about, could come and see where their children were and what they were dedicating their life to. That it wasn't some secret cult. That they could come and shop in the mall and buy a bunch of red clothes if they wanted to, or eat their organic pizza or whatever, and that everything was chill. And then they dance around ecstatically. There'd be discos. There was like a whole thing. And then they'd leave going, I guess it's fine, and keep on giving them the money. And they were making a shit fucking ton of money. Now, the other thing was that the Bhagwan Shree Rajneesh said when he went into silence, and he put that woman, Ma Anand Sheila, who was also known as Sheila Silverman, because she was from India, but she had married an American here, and she, was an American citizen, I guess. Ma Anand Sheila, who everyone called Sheila, she was in charge, and then he had 4 other women beneath her, and they ran the entire city. And the Bhagwan Shree Rajneesh said he wanted a city run by women, and he wanted strong women to be in power. And what would a city look like if it was a matriarchy, basically. So everyone's kind of like into that idea, because what harm could there be and they had these women that were the tour guides that when you went there to see the cult your child had just moved to and started wearing all red clothes, it would be all these beautiful, they called themselves the Twinkies, and they would guide you around and be like, here's the mall, and here's this, and I'm really pretty, and we're all great, and we eat lettuce all the time, and everything's good.
That's our fucking tour, the Twinkie tour.
So it's just all, they're trying to make sure people have positive PR all the time. The problem is that the Jonestown cult and the Jonestown massacre had only happened 3 years before.
Oh, fuck.
So aside from locals being locals and not being that into a bunch of hippie weirdos coming into their town, everybody, the press, everybody was scared of anything like that happening in America.
And it was close to San Francisco where Jonestown started, right?
I mean, it was
relatively, not really.
Like a plane flight away.
Okay.
A long car ride away.
Okay.
But yes, closer than other places. Okay. And yes, that's where
geography.
Right? You could drive up the 5 and get there. Sure. But yes, I mean, it's that sensitivity of however many people died at Jonestown, 800, something like that, hundreds. That they're not going to just let a bunch of people, getting super into this one religion and starting a city about it, because it's also that thing of the separation of church and state,
right? And
that idea of like, what's actually behind this? The other thing too was that they were making so much money that the Bhagwan Shree Rajneesh, one of his favorite things was Rolls Royces. And so by 1984, he had the largest private collection of Rolls Royces in America. He had 94 of them.
Holy fuck. Who the fuck?
I know. And that was his pro-materialism thing. It did seem like other people got to be very materialistic though, because I don't think they were getting paid to like fucking run those backhoes and like run entire huge lettuce farms or whatever.
You don't fucking buy 94 Rolls Royces with fucking lettuce farms.
No, there's some serious cash getting stacked that he gets to spend. So his thing was because the relationship between the citizens of Central Oregon and the Rajneeshis was getting, heated, let's say. He no longer was making appearances. So what he would do was get into one of his many Rolls Royces and drive. And so he would just drive down the road, and all the Rajneeshis would line up in their weird clothes, and they would jump and stand and clap and sing and whatever. And he would drive by and wave to them.
Shut up.
drive with no hands. He would do his hands in prayer hands and then bow to them as he was driving down the thing. And that was the really famous, like, that's what I remember as like, you know, a 12-year-old or whatever.
Is there a video of this?
Yo, yeah. You can watch all this on
Holy
YouTube.
shit.
It's pretty amazing. And they showed it on the news all the time because it was this thing that was like, oh, this is an interesting starting up in Central Oregon. And then it was like, hey, have you seen this lately? Well, then after a while, their side of things say that they tried to have a festival and the local authorities said, you can't have a festival unless you have a security force. And so they started walking around with Uzis. So when he would go to do his drive, there would be two dudes with like all the red clothes, but then with like berets to the side carrying Uzis as they were walking.
Berets are fucking always bad.
Berets are not a good sign.
Nah, dude.
So they basically have their own security force. And it was serious enough where they got trained at the state police academy. They went off and got trained as a security force and came back.
That makes me feel better, though.
I mean, yeah. They call themselves a peace force.
Because you need Uzis when you're a fucking peace force.
I mean, now the other thing is they were getting threatened a lot.
Okay.
Of course. You know, a lot of letters, a lot of phone calls. And they owned a hotel in Portland that got bombed, that got firebombed. So once the firebombing started happening, there was more and more guns and like the security force thing kind of came up more and more.
Did anyone die in that? Because I wonder if they did it themselves to like be like to get sympathy or like get a reason to get those guns.
Well, they actually would use the negative press when they would like something like that, anything where it showed that the locals or people of Oregon were like
after them.
Because there were protesters that would be on the city. They would be like, get the hell out of town.
Yeah.
They would take that footage and send it to the other, I want to say ashrams, but I don't know if that's the right word. There are other hangouts around the country and around the world.
Yeah. Sects. I wonder if those
they would send that footage so that and then go look how we're being attacked and they would send them money.
But I wonder if those protesters were fucking ashram dudes.
Oh,
even.
I like it. Like, so they're just propaganda.
Yeah.
Could be.
I believe in nothing.
But I think that people were super get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
So, but here's where they went wrong. There was a big important vote coming up. So they started busing in homeless people from all around the country to come and live at the Rajneeshpuram in the city. They were saying that they were doing it for their spiritual life and because they wanted them to, but these were all just homeless people that they were finding on the streets. And these people would get there and they'd be given clothes, they'd be given 3 hots and a cot and be like, hey, you can go work on the lettuce farm and have something to do.
Yeah.
And it's sad. There's guys that like talk to the cameras and be like, yeah, there's nothing for me out there. I might as well be here and actually have something to do. And like, I don't have to worry about getting stabbed on the street.
Sure.
So they ended up busing in 4,000 homeless people.
Holy fuck.
So that in the next Wasco County election, they basically start to take over politics.
Yeah.
And what ends up happening is the people that were in place, you know, the people that were already the county supervisors or whatever they are, did this thing where when everybody showed up to vote that day, they said, if you are newly registered to vote, we're putting a ban on your vote and we're taking this to court.
That's not how that works.
Well, but you can do, I guess there's some circumstance they were like pulling out an old law or whatever of like saying you can vote, but you have to first go to this trial and like be at a hearing to prove that you're here to vote, that you're really a citizen of this city, because they knew exactly what they were doing. And so then they tried to turn it into this woman, Sheila, tried to be like, I'm voting for you. This is because a lot of these people were like Vietnam vet.
Yeah.
Homeless people. I mean, they were the people that like had been screwed over truly by society.
Yeah.
And so conceptually, it was a really nice idea. But once that happened, and of course, nobody was going to go to the hearing. Nobody was going to go sit there and talk to a judge about how they were here and they were really a citizen and blah, blah, blah. So few of them went that, and like 95% of the locals showed up to vote, you know, highest voting turnout ever for the actual locals, that none of the Rajneeshis won anything, and it went completely in favor of the locals.
Oops.
Yeah. Well, then they just dump all these homeless guys. Most of them went to Portland, but they just sent them out of town.
Oh my God.
And dumped them in just like close by in like no local places of like, well, here you go.
Didn't work. Bye.
Yeah. And that's when it all started to fall apart, where it was like, yeah, all of this, like, you could say that you're doing this for the spirituality. That would be a beautiful thing if there's a place for people to go who are homeless, who are on the streets and have nowhere to go. But this is clearly not a charity or anything. You're not going to let these people come here and stay.
You were clearly using them.
Yeah.
That sucks.
And yeah, once that vote didn't turn out the way they wanted it to, it all got exposed.
Fuck.
The other thing that happened was that they went to check on the housing. The local sheriff went to check on the housing for these people because there was kind of like a tent city. They didn't have enough like building housing for them because there's so many.
Yeah.
But they did have tent housing that they used during their festivals. And so the sheriff was going up there to make sure that there was like proper housing for that many people. And when they got up there, there was like a huge caterpillar earth mover that was blocking the entire road. And the sheriff had to basically turn around and go back to town.
I thought so they were like an actual caterpillar, and I got so excited. James and the Giant Peach.
Oh, but a caterpillar that huge though?
Great. Go on. Sorry.
That's upsetting.
I know. How cute would that be?
It would be all like, ugh.
Furry.
So anyway, they basically are like, we got to call in higher ups. This is crazy and something's really happening.
Yeah.
So, sorry, I have to get to my page. So they have officials from around the county go and visit and be like, what the hell is going on? And while they were there, I'm trying to find the name.
Can you, while you're looking,
yes.
Can you imagine? So was it the governor of San Francisco who went to Jonestown to check on everyone?
Yeah, I don't think he was the governor.
He was something.
Yes, he was a bigwig.
So he shows up to check on his citizens who had moved to Jonestown.
Yeah.
And he ends up getting shot and killed which triggered and started off the Jonestown massacre.
Yes.
Can you imagine? And that was 3 years before those fucking city officials being like, we're looking into this shit. How terrifying must that be?
Yes. And a lot of them talk about it. It's really an interesting thing worth watching because they were so scared. At first, they were scared to look like racists and to look like people that were just rejecting people out of hand.
Yeah.
But then after a while, they knew that they couldn't, they knew that this had turned into a thing that was beyond just them going in and arresting people, that was not possible.
Yeah.
And the sheriff, who at the time, now he's aged very well because now he must be in his late 60s. And at the time he was in his 30s and he was someone goes, well, are they a person from the press goes, are they blocking the road? And he goes, well, I don't know if they're blocking it, but it's blocked. So I guess we'll just go. They're absolutely not trying to be in conflict with these people. But at this point,
it's like a welfare check. More than
yes,
anything.
exactly.
Yeah.
They're trying to say, we just want to make sure everything is kind of what you're claiming it is.
Yeah.
Well, then Sheila shows up and she's kind of in everybody's face. It's pretty interesting too when you see her. She gets interviewed a couple times and she actually picks up her hand and points into the face of the interviewer or into the camera, where it's
aggressive.
What are you doing? Yeah, if this is also chill and spiritual, but you can tell she's it turned into we're you're fighting for your commune, but after a while, that's not really what's happening. This is a power move, and a power grab. They're trying to take over. They want the state for themselves, or they want the area for themselves. Okay, so anyway, I can't find this guy's name. Basically, the I don't have the name, but it's 3 county commissioners. So they went to tour the ranch. And while they were there, they were given glasses of water. And when they get home, they become seriously ill.
Oh, come on.
And they had been poisoned with salmonella.
Holy fuck.
But they can't prove that they can't prove it. Like, they get very ill and then they're just kind of out, and so that they can't go to work. Then it took them a full year to like tie it all back and get all the proof. Then around central and southern Oregon, there are reported 751 cases of salmonella.
Shut the fuck
and
up.
People, 45 people were hospitalized. There were no fatalities, but all of these people got it like one after the other. And it turned out that Rajneeshis were going out to restaurants and sprinkling salmonella onto salad bars and putting it into salad dressing.
How do you get salmonella to sprinkle?
I don't know.
In my mind, like, you have to wring out a steak into a fucking...
I mean, they had the setup that they had on these farms.
Yeah.
And these ranches. I mean, I could not tell you, but they figured it out. Fuck. And I mean, like, they could have had like labs or other things on these farms. Yeah. I'm not sure. All they know is that these salad bars were poisoned, and the idea was that they were going to keep voters from voting.
Okay.
It was the idea.
Jesus.
And then the last thing that happened, which I think is kind of amazing, is a Rajneeshi named Ma Anand Puja heard that politician James Kamini was at St. Vincent Hospital. So she went there, and the idea was that she was going to inject a deadly mixture into his intravenous tube that would stop his heart.
Holy fuck.
But when she arrived and got into his hospital room, she saw that he didn't have an intravenous hookup, that he was just laying in the bed. So she just panicked and turned around and left. But the plan was, they later found out when they raided the place and got all the like secret documents and everything, that the plan was they were going to kill him.
Oh my God.
Yeah. This was Sheila's plan to like take over Oregon.
So where's she now?
She fucking fled. She fled to West Germany.
Oh dear.
Actually, when the cops finally got in, the ultimate plan was they were going to put poison into Oregon's water supply.
Fuck.
And they also had all of the rooms bugged at the ranch, and they had like files on Rajneeshis in the ranch. So they weren't only going to do harm to outsiders. They also were like keeping people in line and doing weird shit within the ranch. Like, there was a lot of crazy shit going on. The Bhagwan Shree Rajneesh, she basically left. He came out and like agreed with cooperated with the authorities, told him everything, broke his 3-year silence, and then basically tried to get onto a plane, and he tried to flee by Learjet. A plane came in, and it was a big enough place where they could land a plane, and then they got off. There was the flight plan was that they were going to refuel in Charlotte, North Carolina, and then they were going to go back, I guess, to India. But in Charlotte, they landed and the cops arrested him.
Good.
And they deported him because he the whole time he was on a visa that was like had expired long ago. Then they found her, and she served 3 years of a sentence before she was deported off of U.S. soil. And the Bhagwan Shree Rajneesh died in 1990. The camp was converted into a Christian camp, but
so it's legit now.
Yeah. But then in 1996, it was destroyed by fire, and all of the structures were destroyed.
Damn it. That'd be so cool to do a live episode from there.
Oh my God. Could you imagine? We drive up to that lake, but also just to keep your eyes peeled, because, he eventually, before he died, he changed his name to Osho, which is actually a Japanese honorific. It's, and so if you see quotes on the internet from Osho, it's actually the Bhagwan Shree Rajneesh.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Just so you know, it's not some wise Japanese sage from long ago.
Does he quote shit on the internet? What does he do?
Yeah, you see quotes from Osho all the time, and it's that stuff of like, we are here for a short amount of time. It's like shit I've said. It's just it's just that stuff of like, time.
So he's still practicing?
No, he's dead. But his because he changed his name, he doesn't have the mark.
Fucking cults, man.
Cults, dude, my fave.
They're so good.
Anyway, that's mine.
I love it.
No one died. My apologies.
No, they tried. They tried and they
really fucking
bad
tried.
at it.
They tried hard. Also, the locals tried too. There was lots of bad bumper stickers that were gun sites with, it was not a good time in the early 80s in Central Oregon.
Heard about that. That's so cool.
It was crazy.
Oh, we're supposed to talk about one thing that was good. Sweet.
Okay.
Let's tell each other. I think yours is that you bought your niece fucking Doc Martens for Christmas.
Don't do mine for me. Then we can do a fight at the positive part.
Okay, well then mine is that you bought your fucking niece Doc Martens because that's the coolest thing I've ever heard in my life.
That was a pretty good one.
Yeah. Let's not do it anymore. We have to think this hard about.
Let's take a second.
Yeah. Well,
let's give up.
I don't know. Life is good.
There was something while we were talking that I thought of, and then I'm like, don't sidebar it again.
What?
I can't remember.
Sidebar.
I wish I should have written it down. We should take notes during the week, and then we should take notes while we're talking.
We should treat this like a fucking thing.
I don't know, though.
I know.
Should we?
It's working. It's working pretty fucking well. Oh my God, there's so many things in my life that are good, and I just can't remember one of them. I guess that I'm moving into a fucking real apartment, like a grown-up person. We just got an apartment, and I'm scared, but it's exciting.
Yeah, that's very exciting.
You know what? The thing this week that I'm happy about. I'm gonna have a dishwasher. What's yours?
Oh, fuck yeah. It's fucking Real Detectives.
Oh yeah.
That's it. Sorry.
I was happy for you.
There's a new it's not a new show actually.
Mm-hmm.
The first season is on Netflix, but the second season I think is on regular TV if you DVR it. And someone tweeted us and said, "Thanks so much for the recommendation of Real Detective. I love it and I'm obsessed with it."
You're welcome.
We never did.
You're welcome.
We didn't give that recommendation.
You're welcome.
But it's this. Here's why I love it. It's like I Survived, but it's first person from the guy who solved the crime. And they're like, you love them. You're so in love with them. They're so low key, manly, but super haunted because there's these cases that you're like,
are the cases really good?
Oh my God. They're incredible.
And are there real photo, crime scene photos?
No, there's really good reenactments.
Is that a thing? Really good reenactments?
It is because there's actors you recognize that are in these reenactments.
That's fun. And
they do it in a way where you're just, it's similar to, I don't know I think Crime to Remember is the only one that has really good reenactments. It's similar to that, but it's less artistic and more down to business of the guy tells you this is how it was for me, and then you see him do the thing.
I'm into actors that I know and not ones that I'm like, oh God, you're struggling and you got paid $110 for this reenactment.
Right. No, this is very cool. And also it's because it's from, there's something about a homicide detective that's just insanely, it's just
pure.
They're my Brad Pitt.
I get it. I dig it.
Well, it's just bold. It's what a hard job.
Totally.
What a horrible job.
Totally.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
God bless them.
God bless.
Amen. Go to myfavoritemurder.com for things and stuff. And thanks for listening.
Thanks, everybody.
We like you guys.
We sure do. Stay sexy.
And don't get murdered.
Bye.
Elvis, you want a cookie?
Oh.
Did that work?
It did.
Jesus.
Bye.
Bye.
He's excited about that one.
Oh man, he's been waiting.
Okay, we're back from Karen's story. Karen, any updates?
Yes, Here's what's weird. I remember doing this story based on Wild Wild Country, the documentary on Netflix.
No, it hadn't come out yet.
It hadn't come out. I did it like a year before.
That's right.
Which is so crazy. I mean, it's because it was a hometown in that way where the takeover of that town was in the like nightly news.
Right.
In our town,
Yeah.
because it was Northern California, Oregon.
Yeah.
So we were like neighbors. So I guess it doesn't surprise me. It's just this weird kind of 10 years later where I'm like, oh, wait.
Your
like,
memory has deceived you.
it's just weird. It's all
Yeah.
blending together as like, it's almost like, was I trying to think of a story that hadn't had a documentary done
Yeah.
yet or something?
Well, I had never heard of it until you did it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's wild.
So crazy. Okay, so let's see. Obviously, then this documentary we're talking about, it was a Netflix documentary that came out in 2018 called Wild Wild Country. Definitely watch it if you haven't seen it. It's got unbelievable footage from that time and all the kind of the players. And you can really see what it looks like when basically the East Oregon countryside just gets invaded and taken over by people who at first are like, we're just hippies and we want to love each other.
And then they arm the shit out
Then
of
it's
themselves.
AK-47s as far as the eye can see. So since the release of that documentary, survivors of childhood rape at the hands of the cult members have begun to come forward, writing articles, posting on social media that the series notably left out their experiences.
Wow. Yeah.
So it was a big part of the victimology, I guess, of what happened at this cult, and it didn't get touched on probably because it's like, how do you share the
Yeah.
if you're there to tell the story of the main lady that poisoned that salad bar, it's like there's so
That's
many
the
things
whole
happening.
story. Yeah,
Right.
that should be the whole documentary.
But we've seen many, many documentaries
Yeah.
that include all the bad stuff, and
Totally.
it's dark as it gets, where it's like, why would you be leaving this part out?
That's interesting.
So a group of these survivors worked together to create the documentary Children of the Cult, which was just released last year. And they basically were making it to fill the gaps left by the Wild Wild Country documentary. So those are, you can go see, they call him Osho in that, but it is Bhagwan Shree Rajneesh.
Oh, I would like to announce that since this episode or since I moved, I haven't lived without a dishwasher since. unless
Congratulations.
it broke, which they do all the time. But
Yeah, they do.
having a dishwasher to me, like we had one as a kid that literally didn't work a day in my life. So it was like storage. you
Oh,
know?
yeah.
So having a dishwasher to me is like luxury. It's pretty.
I would love to cue the Moving On Up theme song to the Jeffersons right now, because that
Thank
that
you.
is really what that time felt like.
Yeah.
It was like you moved on up into that split level pod loft apartment.
Yep.
And I got myself out of foreclosure.
Right.
And we really were like, yeah, we're going to do this thing.
Yeah. It was like, it was tentative where it's like, okay, something good is happening. It's continuing to happen. So maybe we can take these little steps. Like we can move out of our rent controlled apartment.
Yes.
Like it's going to be okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? When I thought I would like live there forever, it was just those little baby steps that
Yeah.
were happening.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Dishwashers.
So crazy.
For everyone.
So this episode was originally called the Golden Anniversary episode as our 50th, but we can name it something different if we're naming it today.
We have to call it Sheriff Kilgariff. That is the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. Oh my God.
Yeah, Sheriff Kilgariff.
That's so funny.
But I didn't realize this was the episode where you coined your phrase however, which is one. Did you say it before?
Who knows?
I think it's the first time maybe I heard about it. It made me laugh.
And then also we could call it Come On Over to the Corner. The corner. Yeah.
The corrections corner.
Corrections corner. The place that's cozy. There's no judgment.
I love that we pretend it's a corner and not the whole goddamn house.
And not an auditorium.
It's every seat in the gigantic
That's
theater
right.
that is My Favorite Murder.
That's right. And they're all like there are no aisle seats, so your knees always hurt.
Yeah,
kinda.
no.
You know?
No.
Well, thanks for listening to another episode of Rewind, episode 50 of Rewind. Wow.
50 of these.
50. We'll keep doing them, I guess, right?
Might as well. We're into it now.
We're doing it.
We're doing it. There's no going back.
None.
All right. Well, thanks you guys for listening. Stay sexy.
And don't get murdered.
goodbye.
Elvis, do you want a cookie?
Hey everybody, here's the thing about other home security systems. They're all designed for after the window breaks, after someone's inside, after you get the notification, after the police come. SimpliSafe is the first system designed for before, stopping a break-in before it even begins.
That's right. Unlike traditional security systems that only alert you after a break-in is already underway, SimpliSafe is designed to help prevent the crime before it starts. Their cameras can detect suspicious activity at the perimeter and alert live US-based agents. Then SimpliSafe's agents assess the threat, intervene, speak through the camera to scare off the intruders, and call for 911 dispatch.
That's right, and SimpliSafe has been protecting your world for 20 years, everybody. So celebrate their anniversary and save 60% on your new SimpliSafe system at simplisafe.com/stuff. That's 60% off, you guys, at simplisafe.com/stuff. Plus, when you order, write in our show name and the How Did You Hear About Us survey to let them know that we sent you. Don't forget, there's no safe like SimpliSafe.
The kids are back in school. Now it's your turn to head back to the beach.
During Cheap Caribbean's Back to Beach sale, save $200 site-wide on vacation packages of 4 nights or more with code 200BEACH.
Trade school drop-offs for beach walks, lunch boxes for beach bars, and your daily routine for adults-only relaxation.
Use code 200BEACH and get more beach for less money.
Book your beach vacay today at cheapcaribbean.com. Goodbye.
Hello, beautiful. I'm Amy Arrett, founder of Madison Reed, a hair color company I named after my daughter. I started Madison Reed because I believe women deserve better. Better ingredients, better results, and the freedom to color on your terms. Color at home with our permanent hair color kit in less time and for less than a typical salon. It's a salon in a box for rich dimensional color and 100% gray coverage. Try our 10-minute root touch-up kit for a permanent root refresh, or our hair and brow mascara to cover stray grays on the go. Or visit one of our 95+ hair color bars nationwide and let our licensed pro colorist color your hair for you. Visit madison-reed.com and join more than 5 million women who've made the switch to our award-winning color. Confident, bold, unstoppable. That's the power of Madison Reed.